Discovering My Purpose, and I'm your She's Gotta Have It coach. Today, my guest today is Mr. Rashad Moselle.
Hey, how you doing?
Rashad, my guest today, he wears multiple hats in the industry here. Mr. Rashad, you are an artist,
Right.
a sculptor,
Mm-hmm.
a teacher,
Right.
a barber,
Yes.
a photographer.
Yes.
Did I miss anything? What else am I missing here?
Black male in America, probably.
And that has to be the hardest one. That's the hardest one to come by.
It is.
Well, that's great. So, art. I'm interested in art, in photography, all of it.
Mm-hmm.
What inspires you in art? What inspires you?
Everything, my environment, my childhood. I had a very fun childhood, so a lot of my art is inspired from what I saw growing up, from anywhere from cartoons to going to visit my grandparents in North Carolina from New Jersey. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So, how long have you been in the industry?
Professionally, probably like 18 years.
18 years.
Mhm.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
So, it's so many talented, gifted people out here that are looking for that breakthrough
Mhm.
in the art industry. Can you share with us some struggles that you have faced in this industry?
Getting yourself known, putting yourself out there. It's a little bit easier now because you have social media, but a lot of the challenges is just getting, create enough artwork where people like it and want to buy it. So, or I always had this saying where, you know, if you can't, if they won't give you a piece of the pie, then bake your own pie. So kind of just start your own thing, start your own business, your own podcast, whatever it takes to get people noticing your work.
Okay, and that kind of segues into my next question regarding advice in what you just provided. But is there any one piece of advice that they can value, that people can take with them, that you've been in it for this long, that surely you have some type of advice that you can
don't be afraid of what people are going to say about your art or whatever your craft may be. Just put it out there. My art is a God-given talent, I believe, and I want to share it with the universe, share it with the world. So don't be afraid to put it out there. A lot of times fear gets in our way, and it's a lot of times it's just us in our own heads and trying not to just stopping us, thinking, oh, we're not good enough. But just keep creating until you make it. You know.
I like that. That's right. That's great advice, because again, you know, an artist, you're going to be unique. You're going to be different.
Right.
You don't want to conform, so you have to find your own pathway. Speaking of uniqueness, I've noticed, just looking at some of your work, that you have a certain, just something that is different, that stands out to me with most photographers, especially locally. The one thing that I noticed, you kind of, it's like, I would say a theme or something you gravitate more to. Can you share that with us?
Probably like my vampire theme. Or
Yes, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
I was have to wonder because sometimes I use different things, but I'm a big movie fan of vampires and monsters, so I try to always incorporate that, especially when I'm doing photography. I like to. The woman is just a beautiful creature to me, and I put the vampire in some of my characters. I usually write the character that I want the model to portray in the photography, and when I find that model that suits that character, I kind of continue with that theme.
So now, is that another trade, writer? Is that something else I'm hearing? Is that something else we love?
Well, I did dabble with a little film in college, so
okay.
I would love to eventually start doing some short movies, short films. Yeah.
So out of all the talents that you have, which one do you that you feel like you just can put yourself in? You have more passion in any of them, from being a sculptor, from being a photographer, artist, teacher, barber, which?
It's hard to say because a lot of times people want to put you in a box. He's just a painter, or he's just a photographer. I look at all of those as being my tools, whether it be clay, whether it be a canvas and paint, whether it be a camera and a model. I look at all those tools to create art with. And so I may get bored or using just painting. I'll go to photography. I might get bored with photography and want to pick up my pencil and paper again, or I get bored with that one and sculpt out of clay. So it just depends on the energy, how it flows through me, and whatever piece I feel like, whatever medium I need to use for that piece.
And that goes right along with you being an artist. Like, you're not going to be put into a box.
Yeah. You
can do all things. So you're tapping into all your gifts, which is great. Is there anything else you want to add?
Just never give up on your dream. I started off, I went to animation school when I was like 24. I left North Carolina, moved to Arizona, and they promised me this big job with Disney, and which was a lie. I finished the school and I ended up coming back to North Carolina, kind of really disappointed and down, because I left home with this dream thinking like, you know, hey, I want to work for Disney and, you know, create all these cool characters. But I didn't give up. What inspired me the most is I met my first black college professor out there. And I love the way he taught. I love how passionate he was about teaching art. And so that drove me to become an art teacher. So when I came back, I went to Elizabeth City State, got my art education degree, and started teaching. But you have to have that happy balance of being a teacher and an artist, and wanting to still put your work out there without being too burnt out. One thing about doing so much things, you will kind of get burned out a little bit. And you just, I recently interviewed one of my favorite professors from Elizabeth City State, and he was just talking about how the discipline, it requires discipline to get stuff done. And, you know, because sometimes I felt like, you know, writers get writer's block, and artists can get artist block. You don't, but you still have to create something before you know, you don't want the grass to grow up under your feet, as old people used to say around. So you know, keep burning the oil, the late night, midnight oil, whatever it takes to get it done.
Discipline now, you know, success later.
Yeah.
Great. Well, thank you for coming on and sharing with us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for letting me use your platform to get my name out there.
No problem. And hopefully you'll be back soon, because I'm sure you're going to be doing something that's amazing.
Yeah,
and we're going to have you back on.
You owe me another photo shoot anyway, so.
Okay. Well, thank y'all. Signing out again is Stacy and Rashad. All right. Y'all check us out. We'll talk to you later.
All right.